Hello guys and welcome back to Birmingham Fan TV. My name's James, and guys, I really want to just start off this episode by saying a massive thank you to everybody that's been supporting the channel since the start of the season. We have just hit, I think, 60 likes on our Stoke vlog and 50 on our Stoke review, and I just wanted to say thank you guys. We've surpassed the 300 subscriber mark, and we're actually flying at the minute, and I couldn't do any of this without you. Obviously, if you guys weren't watching, I wouldn't bother. So I wanted to say a massive thank you to start off this episode, and if you could obviously just let me know any improvements that you want to see within the channel, if you want to see anything done differently, if anything you think could be more useful to the channel, then let me know. Guys, don't forget to leave a like and comment in this video. Let me know what your team's going to be, let me know your score predictions, and let me know if you're going to the game or if you went to the Stoke game and what you thought. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, guys, and I hope you enjoy me bringing you all this content throughout the season. I'm hoping to expand the project very soon into different various avenues, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Moving on, I have got this planned out somewhere. A little bit sort of talking about last game. Fantastic result, what a great result. We beat Stoke away. We seem to be doing it against the bigger and better teams, supposedly the bigger and better teams in this league. Obviously beating Leeds, we drew at Sheffield United, who are top, joint top. And Stoke, who are one of the favourites to go up, and we've done it against a lot of those teams this season. To be honest, it doesn't surprise me though, because I knew when Gary Monk was coming in the kind of pedigree of manager we were getting. He's a winner, but he's also very meticulous in his sort of the way he goes about himself on the training pitch, in games. It goes down every fine detail you can see in every game that we play. Every sort of detail is covered, from set pieces to zonal marking to the way we sort of hunt in packs. You know, we don't leave ourselves exposed in the middle. And everything is gone over, and the players know exactly what they're doing, and it does help, you know, those little details of where we need to be if one man's pulled out to cover, one of the centre-backs comes across and covers, so the whole, you know, I saw it the other day. I'm trying to think who it was. I think Pedersen was pulled out chasing the ball, and I watched Keith Bell look behind him, and he knew that Pedersen had been pulled out, so he dropped into left-back, and we still had a back four, so we weren't left open. It's just those little things, you know, in other times under different managers maybe we'd have left exposed because the, you know, the tactical knowledge wasn't there. So full credit has to go to Monk and his staff as well. I don't think his staff get enough credit behind the scenes. So, you know, Stoke was a massive win, and it was just down to sheer organisation, determination, putting bodies on the line. I know there was a handball in there, but we needed that little bit of luck to go our way. And taking our chances, really. That was a great work goal. Finally, Shea's doing what a number 9 should be, back post, and obviously, you know, that's the sort of luck we didn't have at the start of the season. And that game might have been a draw, and we'd have been saying, oh, another draw that we should have won. Now we're saying we've won. So, all well and good. Tuesday night, Reading. It's a game that you look on paper and you say we should be winning this kind of game at home. Reading, who have been struggling-ish. They had a good result at the weekend against Millwall. Millwall, regardless of their position, aren't a bad team. I think their manager, Neil Harris, is a good manager. So Reading have done well. And they're a team, again, we shouldn't take lightly. Anyone will tell you that. Any game in this league, we should not take lightly. But it's a game we should be looking to win. Any home game, we should be looking to win. Last three against Reading, last three results at home, have been a little bit indifferent or poor, shall we say. The 2016 result, obviously, we started the season against them and we won 2-1. John Terrell and David Cottrell, and then the season after we lost 1-0. We actually put in a good performance. It was under Zola, and we lost 1-0. I remember we squandered so many chances that game. And then obviously last season's run-in before Redknapp got sacked, we lost 2-0 at home, didn't we? So we've not had the best sort of run against Reading at home recently. Maybe I would hope that fortunes are going to change tomorrow night. And to be honest, everybody says, oh, I was saying it, to be fair, it'd be typical Blues to go on and win against Stoke and then lose against Reading, but I just don't think we're that team anymore. I just think we're so well organised, so well drilled, that if we're going to lose, we're going to be beaten by a team that are going to outplay us. So Reading are going to have to show up and are going to have to play us off the park tomorrow to win. And if they do, you know, you hold your hands up and say, we were beaten by the better team, but we need to improve in these areas, and you learn more from a defeat than you do from a win. So, but I'm confident ahead of tomorrow night, I really am. So just a little bit about our opposition tomorrow, Reading. They're currently sitting 19th place, just looking at the league table. They're sitting 19th, they have 12 points, so they're 5 points behind us, with a goal difference of -3, so that's not that bad. So clearly, you know, they're not in an awful predicament, but they're also, you know, clearly not getting the goals required, and they're probably a little bit leaky at the back as well. So, but it's not the worst I've seen. Looking at their last 3 fixtures, they obviously beat Millwall at the weekend 3-1, great result for them. Then they got beat 4-1 away at West Brom. West Brom are a good team, we know they are, and if anyone to go to the Hawthorns this year, he's going to be in for a game. So don't read too much into the scoreline there. West Brom are a good, you know, free scoring team. And then I think their most disappointing result for them would be that they lost 1-0 at home to QPR. It's one of them, isn't it? You know, QPR are a team you don't really want to be beaten at home by. And then they drew away to Brentford, which is a really good result, and then they won at home to Hull. So actually, their form has been okay. I suppose they're a little bit suspect away from home with that defeat against West Brom. Just looking at their last lineup, they lined up with Jacola in goal. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. Yedem, Laurie, Moore, and Blackett across the back. Obviously, we know about Tyler Blackett. A little bit suspect, I would say, but he's always performed well for Reading, so maybe we saw the worst side of him. Midfield 2 of Bacuna and Liam Kelly. Obviously, Bacuna we know from his time at Villa. And Liam Kelly's a fantastic player, to be honest. Highly rate him. And obviously Liam Moore at the back. So they do have some players in there that are more than capable of doing the business against us tomorrow night. It looks like they're going to line up with a 4-2-3-1, with a 3 in behind of McCleary, Swift and Baldock. Again, Swift is just another fantastic player in this league. So it just goes to show, you know, you could be down the bottom, but you possess the quality to beat anyone on the day. And then Maite up front. Maite, possibly. And I know they had 3 players in the team of the week this week, with the goalkeeper, the right back, and the striker, and Maite up front. So this is going to be no easy game for us, and Blues really need to be on their game, and they really need to be, you know, well organised and a bit ruthless with their chances tomorrow night to come out with the result. In terms of Blues, then, you know, I know we made one change at the weekend with Magoma coming out and Mahoney coming back in. Mahoney wasn't that as effective as some would have liked. Maybe first game nerves. I think this kid has bags of quality. And he's going to prove across the 46 games to be a good component in our squad. But for now, and the impact that Magoma made, especially again on the weekend, you've got to bring Magoma back in. I think it was a smart decision to rest him. Obviously, it didn't affect us because we ended up winning. If we'd have not won, maybe people would have questioned that. And again, we can't see too many changes, to be honest. I don't see us, you know, making wholesale changes. I think the squad's good, you know, isn't struggling with fitness. We've just had international break, so it shouldn't matter too much. So then, obviously, we're going with Lee Campy goal. Another clean sheet for him at the weekend. People may now start to give him credit. I know I was one of his sceptics at the start of the season, but now the guy's got several clean sheets, and, you know, we're one of the lowest conceding teams in the division. So hands up, you know, hats off to Camp. You know, you've done well. A back 4 of Collan, Dean, Morrison and Pedersen. Obviously Dean getting in the team of the week, and Collan in various different versions of team of the week. Collan for me, best fullback in the league. I just put that out there right now. Best fullback in the league. There is no arguments. I think he's a Premier League quality player, and we'll be lucky to keep hold of him outside of this season. A midfield 4 of Hotter, Kieftenbeld, Gardner, and Magoma back on the left-hand side, and then Jukovic and Adams up front. And I know we had 3 in the team of the week this week. I'm trying to think who was in the team of the week. It was Collan, Jukovic, and Gardner got in the team of the week. Bit surprised to see Gardner in there, but, you know, hey-ho, he didn't play badly at the weekend. Nobody did, so we seem to be doing quite well at the minute. And obviously with that team, everybody knows what they're doing. The consistency is there. And I say I don't see us losing. You know, anything can happen in this league, but I'd like to think that we can pick up the 3 points tomorrow, continue to move up the league. I think, just going to check quickly on the table, a win tomorrow and results go our way, and we could move up to as high as 8th, which is ridiculous. So let's get the 3 points tomorrow, and we'll certainly move into the top half of the table, and we could move into the top 10. Score prediction. Always a tough one. I haven't called one right in a few weeks. I'm going to go with 2-0 Blues. I think that we're starting to take our chances now. Strikers know what they're doing. We're on form. Squad's getting back to full fitness. We've got bodies coming back of quality to bring on, and I just think if we're on our game tomorrow, we've got our A game going, that we should do the business at home to Reading, with no disrespect to Reading. So I'm going to go with a 2-0. Goal scorers, again, I think I could see Shea getting on the score sheet again. I think he looked potent at the weekend, especially the second half. Wasn't too impressed first half, but second half he looked very potent, very sharp. And I think it's time that Gary Gardner got a goal, to be honest. He got himself into a couple of good positions weekend, making a few late runs. I could see him getting a goal sooner or later. So Gardner and Adams for me with the 2-0 win, and then we go into the weekend's game against Sheffield Wednesday. But guys, that's everything for this video. I think that wraps up just about everything. If you did enjoy, please, again, don't forget to smash the like button. Let's continue with this support. And guys, let me know if you're going tomorrow night. What's your score prediction and what is your team for tomorrow night? And guys, don't forget to catch the Reading vlog, which will be out Wednesday. And guys, keep right on and have a fantastic week.